Some things have to change in Dallas if they want to be a serious contender for the Lombardi Trophy. And that starts right here, right now, with my mock draft. It's quite obvious that the run defense has to improve. DeMarcus Lawrence was the only player, along with some defensive backs, who could handle the ground and pound game of opposing teams during the season. No interior defensive lineman had a grade above 54 per Pro Football Focus, so that's a position group that needs some improvement. Besides that, the Cowboys, who had the number 1 offensive line, should focus on replacing Collins and McGovern with the draft to remain one of the best in the business. So, the recipe of the Cowboys should be simple. Solidify what went well and upgrade what needs upgrading. Easier said than done, of course, but my picks should put the Cowboys in position to succeed. As I mentioned, it's quite obvious that the Cowboys are due to stiffen up the interior of the defensive line. But with Jordan Davis and Devonta Wyatt off the board, draft pick number 24 is pretty rich for the next guy up. So with that being said, I'll pick Trevor Penning. This 6'7" offensive tackle is as strong as they come. He can literally forklift opposing defenders with ease, which is an excellent trait to have in the run game. Penning has a massive frame, but don't be fooled. He's quite explosive, as he showed at the combine with its upper echelon outing in the dash, broad jump and 3-cone drill. Another plus of this prospect is that he can set the tone in the trenches with his ferocious way of playing football. Penning has got that killer instinct that you don't see that often. With this pick, I believe the Cowboys have a tackle for many years to come. If Penning is off the board when Jerry Jones will make the pick, he should definitely pursue Rayman. If you're curious what he does, check out the video in the right upper corner and please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. It will help me out tremendously. As I mentioned, the Cowboys need to stop the run. Picking a defensive lineman who excels in that part of the game isn't available at pick number 56. But fortunately, in every mock scenario that I came up with, this guy is still available. With the 2nd round pick of the Cowboys, I select Brian Asamoah. Asamoah is a 6' linebacker coming in from the Oklahoma Sooners. With his 4.5 speed on the 40-yard dash, he showed that he has some serious range as a linebacker. As a matter of fact, he crushed the combine. Tracking down running backs on wide runs is easy money for this violent tackler. And if he doesn't have to worry about the running back, you can always ask him to cover the opponent's receivers, which he absolutely can due to his smooth transitions and explosiveness. Micah Parsons, LVE and Asamoah. You won't find a better linebacking core. I'm not done with beefing up the defense. With the 3rd round pick, I select Farrell Jr. The 6'4" Farrell is a nose tackle with a high motor. He fights his pass rush reps to the whistle with everything he's got. He just fires out of his stance with an above average quickness, which is a rare thing for a nose tackle. If Farrell uses his excellent hand placement in conjunction with his pop-off, he's hard to handle for opposing offenses. His run defense grade in 2021 was 89.9 per Pro Football Focus, and that will help the Cowboys right from the get-go. No matter what, Vontae Mack would be the choice of Kevin Costner in the movie Draft Day. I have the same feeling for Veridian Mathis at this stage of the draft. The Cowboys will probably have to trade up a few spots, but then Dallas has a solid plug-and-play defensive lineman that they need. Mathis is 6'4", with long arms and strong and violent hands, which he uses to move tackles to get to the running back. His skill set won't limit him to a particular position. He can play over tackles, guards, and even centers. Mathis has an outstanding pad level in the run game for a higher cut defensive tackle and will come in handy for them boys. Now it's up to Dak Prescott and other playmakers to prove that Dallas is a serious contender for the Lombardi Trophy. Please consider liking and subscribing. It will help me out tremendously.